Turn the lights on.
Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. The people they make go and dollars they make grow. And everything's for show, but I will remain cold and eager. The queen don't talk to the meager, a leader. Who you know in the Zephyr, been through the trenches, gutter fields and stenches. Gone ball, they filling up the benches. Half-court shooter, spitting from the medulla. Life for the game, they talking like I'm the doula. Nobody wanna duel or defend the throne. I'm a dog in the zone and your man's is bones. I don't fear the stones, I flash the paws. Don't be talking to me crazy with no glass jaw. A spit of light saliva, you could never survive her. Streets got a code up, couldn't decipher. Watch the way you talk when you talking to me. And if you didn't know, it's the NEC. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. If you don't love me, you must hate yourself. Either way you play with me, you gon' play yourself. Don't be stupid, decide that I'm the same. A new Rover and they still ain't got the range. Can't even hang with, doing big things, but the fame ain't changed. Trying to maintain, but your chain can't blame. On a new plane, but your main can't tame this. Same dame, but the rock got bigger. Might buy the drop top, got more figures. Pull up in the lot, still block pop, pop. The posse can spot. Come and go, but I still check. Now I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm just saying that you're not. I got it all, baby, give it everything you got. And arrogant, sitting in the booth, I ain't even gotta lie, cause you know that I'm the truth. Yeah. Every day cannot stay the same. Yeah. But one thing that's never gonna change. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever. I forever reign. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, forever, forever.
We about to move, son. Don't talk back unless you do, son. I make the backyard feel like a stampede. I make the trash car feel like it's a Bentley. Hanging like a Warhol or like a Banksy. And hit the stage, turn the people into family. I'm talking back then, you didn't know me, but you feel it now, acting like...
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. this is J.K. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here's McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Tracy. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well. In this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Rodgers on the return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now McCarthy. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. They go with the option on 4th down, left side. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. That's caught left side by Neighbors. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Robinson hauling it in outright. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To the air with McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. It'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Throwing is McCarthy. To the right side, complete to Jefferson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Absolutely nowhere to go with the football, and he's just going to put this one in the Hudson River. Maybe he's a little fortunate he didn't get called for grounding because that one was well over everyone's head.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing again, McCarthy.
This is caught.
And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
The point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Going deep here for Watkins. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
This is caught. It's Robinson with a Giants touchdown.
A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Giants have regained the lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Dobbins will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right? Trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. Now a first down carry by Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A check down here to Jones.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Now back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your...
He's got him in, complete. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors, 74 yards. And the Giants will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Mekhi Blackman's got it.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, 3rd and long now.
Here's McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
A final shot before break.
McCarthy.
Going for the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
He'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Looking to throw McCarthy.
And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it.
Going for it, here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
2nd and 3 from the 9. Another run here with Dobbins.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Now they'll change things up. Now McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
One more time with Dobbins.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
J.K. Dobbins.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw.
That is caught.
Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion.
This is the National Football League on EA.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
2nd and 1. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now 2nd and 5. To the air with McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And when you're in a one-score game in the 2nd half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Giants are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
McCarthy going to throw again.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That's caught left side by Neighbors.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Tracy going to get it on 1st down.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Giants are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
They'll try and throw for it. Buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. So they wait for the 2. They don't get it.
They attempted to fade to the back corner of the end zone unsuccessfully. And I've been with you long enough, Brandon. I know it's not one of your favorite calls.
Well, it's interesting. Before working with you, I always viewed that as you're just taking away space and you're trapping yourself in a corner. But you actually have told me they're trying to create space where space is not.
Yeah, it's really it's a weird deal, isn't it? But you got to just move that defender inside to create that separation and that little bit of space where there just isn't much.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Here's McCarthy. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. So on comes the Giant offense as they'll try for two here. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, some strong running.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Throwing after the interception. McCarthy. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kayvon Thibodeau.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top with that touchdown. Now we just got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be